Pink heroin. Yo, what's up? It's someone that's no one, and welcome back to today's report. Today's report is coming from Fishcenternicole off the Psychonaut Wiki, where she took a substance called U-47700 at 1,000 milligrams or 1 gram. And here's the full report details. Okay, so another opioid. Been kind of on a run with them lately, but this one's more obscure and has sometimes been called pink heroin. It's a research chemical that goes by the name of U-47700. This might sound super odd for some of you, but it's a chemical with strong effects on the opioid receptors, the mu-opioid receptors, tested to be around 7.5 times stronger than morphine. For comparison, heroin is about 2 to 3 times as strong. While it was made in the 70s, it did come up in the research chemical market more so around the early and mid 2010s, where it was quickly made scheduled in 2016, probably because it was being found on the streets. It probably got the term pink heroin from how it might look and its strength. It is a short-acting drug lasting only a couple hours, so frequent redosing is common. And it is also very caustic, so actual physical harm to the nose and whatnot is very common, though it doesn't really seem to be around anymore. But it was pretty big at one point, big enough to make it onto the streets and get scheduled. So here we are to cover this, which in this, they take 1,000 milligrams over 8 days, where a standard dose is only about 5 to 10 milligrams, so kinda crazy how strong she was dosing. Nicole also was going through heroin withdrawals, and also kinda got this for that purpose. So we'll get some comparison here, as it is pretty similar to dope. But I think it's really interesting. There are other research chemicals like this we can cover, all with slightly different activity, so definitely let me know what you think of this, and if you want me to cover more. I'm sure you'll enjoy this, so without further ado, let's dive right into this. Background. I had been on a 6-month heroin bender and had the fantastic idea to order some U-47700 to ease back into sober living. This was a bad idea. Report. A harmful substance with horrible withdrawal. Late November 2016. The timeline of this experience report is fuzzy, and I am using it as a means to communicate the damage done to my body after ingesting 1,000 milligrams of U-47700 over 8 days. The routes of administration used were rectal and mostly nasal. I began to develop bleeding scabs in my nose only after 2 days following use, even when rinsing my sinuses out with a saline solution at the end of each day, and sorting water after the U-47700. Despite the physical harm the substance was apparently causing my body, I continued to redose approximately every 2 hours when possible. I could go 6-hour stretches at work without redosing near the end, but this was taxing. The physical and mental cravings to redose are intense and frequent, which exacerbates the physical harm done to the body by this drug. The euphoria was short-lived, and the drug was more stimulating than classical opiates like heroin. After 8 days of use, I ran out of stock, and the drug withdrawals began. Oh God, the withdrawals. I have withdrawn from years of IV heroin use, and this was honestly comparable. The withdrawal is intensely painful for the first 12 hours. There's a definite feeling to kick and thrash the legs, but there's a simultaneous pain in the joints, muscles, bones, every time you move. Even laying on a bed was painful. I did my last dose at approximately 12 p.m. and ate Kratom homemade extract to prepare for what I knew was to come. Even with the Kratom, I was feeling withdrawal symptoms by 6 p.m. By 9 p.m., I was feeling the familiar muscle discomfort and runny nose of opiate withdrawal. By 10, I was craving the substance instantly and experiencing restless leg syndrome. I then went to bed, only to thrash about in discomfort and pain until 6 a.m. The withdrawal symptoms peaked approximately 10 hours after the last dose and were in full force for 8 hours after. Still in withdrawal, I ate some kratom at 7 a.m., showered, and got ready to take an exam in physics. Ironically, I got an A. I was in withdrawal during the entire lecture. Sitting in the chair caused extreme bone pain, and my nasal sores from abusing the ROA were bleeding intermittently. My nose continued to bleed and have scabs for 7 days after the last use. Do not become physically dependent on this substance. Do not use this substance. It is poison for the body and soul. Submitted by Fishcenternicole.